You might be wondering how much hay can fit in the truck. We're actually almost at the top, and then I'm going to step this down. But look at the beautiful sight up here. So if you got somebody in the truck stepping it down as you go, you can get a lot more in. But I'm going to give you a couple rules of thumb. So we're going for volume here. If the grass is 18 inches high and you only need 1 inch of grass to cover an area, or 3 inches of grass to cover an area, let's say 3, then you have 3 times as much surface area to cover. So when people ask how much grass do I need for coverage, let's say you're establishing a new area. If you're establishing new grass, for every square foot of grass you cut, you can cover 3 square feet. Because again, when you're establishing new seed, you're not mulching deep. You're basically giving it a light layer to retain moisture, to keep the birds from getting all the seed. If you're going to mulch a garden where you're going to put 3 inches of grass on, then for every square foot of grass, you've got a square foot of garden to cover. Now, of course, we do this in quarter acres, eighth of an acre. And so a quarter acre can cover 3/4 of an acre if you're establishing a new field, new grass. And then a quarter acre can cover a quarter acre garden. So for every square foot of garden, you need a square foot of grass. That's a simple system. Now the system completely goes on its head if you have animals who are going to eat the grass and turn it into manure. A quarter acre grass might only feed an animal for a week, depending on the size of the animal. It might feed it only for a few days, depending on the size of the animal. But again, the volume of manure depends on the size of the animal too. If you have sheep in grass like this, they're not going to eat all this tall, thick grass. They're just going to trample it down. If you have sheep in grass like this, they're going to eat a couple inches of grass, and then you're going to move them along. And so it really just depends on the animal, how much you can feed, the composition of the grass. If you got junk in it like this, the animals are not going to eat that crap. They'll just trample it. But then again, if it's bedding, you don't care if they trample it. So again, grass is extremely versatile. It's worth growing. And then of course, I fill this thing up. I'm gonna have to step it down. This has not been stepped down, so let's see if I can do this with a camera in the hand without falling out of the truck. As it falls quite a bit. And so when you pack it down, it helps you get more in the truck. However, you got to unpack it and unload it somewhere for storage. Let me get turned around so you can see how it packs down. See, there you go. Packs down. Hopefully I can get this last bit in here and get out of here and get this stuff spread out for the new area that we're establishing. The phone's too hot to just set up and show you, but look, you step this stuff down, you trample it down, it gets compacted, takes up less space. But packed material is going to heat up, especially if it's got any moisture in the grass. And that material that heats up is going to compost. So how much grass do you need for compost? I don't know. I'm going to turn this off and use both hands so I don't get hurt. Thanks for watching. I'm Justin Hitt from Prosperity.